Is the life you're living truly yours, or a carefully crafted performance designed to mask a deeper, unsettling truth? We often believe we're in control, yet remain prisoners of self-deception, trapped in the labyrinth of our own making. As Carl Jung profoundly stated, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Are you ready to confront the hidden enemy within, the self-deception that may be shaping your reality? You feel it, don't you? This isn't about grand lies, but the countless little deceptions we tell ourselves daily about our capabilities, our relationships, our very worth. You avoid uncomfortable truths, clinging to self-serving narratives, constantly battling to maintain that fragile illusion of perfection. It's exhausting, isn't it? That constant struggle to keep the cracks from showing, to prevent the carefully constructed reality from collapsing. Why do you do it? You've built a comfortable, if ultimately untrue, narrative around yourself, one that subtly distorts reality to serve your needs. Carl Jung understood this struggle profoundly. He spoke of the shadow self, that hidden part of our psyche containing the repressed, unacknowledged aspects of ourselves, our fears, our flaws, our darker impulses. These rejected parts, rather than disappearing, exert their influence from the unconscious, shaping our perception and driving our self-deceptions. Embrace the imperfections, the cracks in the facade, because within those cracks lies a raw authenticity that's far more valuable than any illusion. Recognize that your self-deception is a defense mechanism, not a character flaw. That understanding is the first step towards dismantling the illusion and finding true freedom. Can you honestly look within and identify the root of your self-deceptions? What fears or insecurities are fueling your need for a perfect image? You feel it, don't you? It's a symptom of self-deception, the carefully constructed illusion you've built around your true self to protect yourself from pain. Perhaps you were taught to suppress your emotions, to minimize your needs, to prioritize the expectations of others above your own. Perhaps a past trauma, a betrayal, a profound disappointment left you feeling vulnerable, terrified of experiencing that pain again. So you built walls, erected defenses. Jung said what you deny will always return stronger. Your self-deception isn't a simple lie, it's a desperate attempt to keep the shadow at bay, preventing the flood of uncomfortable emotions and painful memories from overwhelming you. But here's the reframe. The shadow isn't the enemy, it's a part of you. It's not something to be feared, but to be understood, integrated, and ultimately embraced. It's not about eliminating the negative aspects of yourself. Are you ready to begin uncovering the roots of your self-deception? You feel it, don't you? That nagging emptiness, that persistent dissatisfaction that no amount of achievement or external validation can quite fill. It's a subtle dissonance, a whisper in the back of your mind hinting that something isn't quite right. You're playing a role, maintaining a carefully constructed facade of success, happiness, even wholeness, while inside a quiet desperation festers. It's the shadow self, as Carl Jung described it, the hidden, unintegrated aspects of your psyche, your insecurities, your flaws, your darker impulses, your unhealed wounds from the past. These repressed parts are not inherently evil, they are simply unexplored, misunderstood, and therefore powerful. They dictate your actions, subtly shaping your perceptions and influencing your choices, often without your conscious awareness. Your shadow self is not your enemy. It's a crucial part of your whole self waiting to be integrated, to be understood, to be embraced. The reframe lies in seeing your self-deception not as a flaw, but as a defense mechanism, a desperate attempt to protect yourself from perceived pain. It's a strategy that, while initially providing comfort, ultimately traps you in a cycle of inauthenticity and suffering. You don't need to eradicate these parts of yourself. You need to understand them. You feel it, don't you? That nagging unease, the subtle dissonance between the life you present to the world and the one you secretly live. It's a familiar feeling, this chasm between expectation and reality, a constant struggle to maintain a facade of perfection, a carefully constructed illusion of success, happiness, even worthiness. This constant self-deception stems from a place of deep-seated fear. It's often rooted in past wounds, in experiences that left you feeling vulnerable, inadequate, or unworthy. Perhaps you were criticized harshly, invalidated, or abandoned. These experiences shaped your perception of yourself, creating a subconscious need to protect your ego from further pain. This protection manifests as self-deception, a shield forged from self-serving narratives and carefully curated realities. He believed that until we integrate this shadow self into our conscious awareness, it will continue to control us from the darkness, subtly influencing our decisions, our relationships, and our perception of reality. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious, Jung wisely observed. This is the core of dismantling self-deception, bringing the darkness into the light. Identify your cognitive biases. Are you prone to confirmation bias, seeking out information that confirms existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence? Are you minimizing your achievements or exaggerating your flaws? These are crucial steps in recognizing the mechanisms of self-deception. So ask yourself, what narratives are you clinging to that may be hindering your growth and authenticity? You're chasing external validation, a fleeting sense of worth, all while ignoring the silent scream of your own soul. This isn't about grand, dramatic lies. It's about the insidious, everyday self-deceptions, the small compromises, the subtle distortions of reality you tell yourself to feel safe, to avoid pain. This feeling stems from a deep-seated fear, a hidden wound perhaps from childhood, a past trauma that continues to shape your perception of yourself. Carl Jung said, "What you resist persists." Your self-deception isn't a sign of weakness, it's a defense mechanism, a survival strategy. But the price is high, a life lived in shadow, a constant battle against the truth. It's a cage built by your own hand. The key to freedom lies not in continuing to avoid the pain, but in compassionately embracing it. The reframe is this: the emptiness you feel isn't a sign of failure, but a call for authenticity. What steps can you take today to begin unraveling the carefully constructed illusion and embrace the courageous path towards wholeness? You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent feeling of something being off. You present a polished exterior to the world, a carefully curated image of success, happiness, maybe even effortless perfection. But behind that mask, a different story unfolds. It's a story of unspoken fears, unmet needs, and a deep-seated yearning for genuine connection. Perhaps it's rooted in childhood experiences, a harsh criticism, a betrayal, a pervasive sense of inadequacy. Maybe it's a deep-seated fear of abandonment, a belief that your true self isn't worthy of love or acceptance. These buried emotions, these unprocessed wounds, fuel your self-deception. They whisper insidious lies, urging you to keep your true self hidden, shrouded in a protective layer of carefully crafted illusions. As Jung eloquently stated, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The shadow isn't evil, it's simply unexplored, misunderstood potential. Integrating it requires courage, but it is the key to unlocking profound self-acceptance. The reframe isn't about eliminating vulnerability, it's about redefining it. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the courageous act of revealing your true self, flaws and all. This is where the journey of true transformation begins. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent dissatisfaction lurking beneath the surface of your carefully curated life. You chase achievements, relationships, experiences, yet a deep sense of unease remains. You might tell yourself it's just a phase, a temporary slump, but the truth whispers a different story. It's in the unexplored corners of our past, in the unspoken fears and unhealed wounds, in the parts of ourselves we've deemed unworthy or unacceptable. These hidden aspects, what Carl Jung termed the shadow self, exert a powerful influence, subtly shaping our perceptions and driving us to create self-serving illusions. Perhaps a past trauma left you believing you're inherently flawed, unlovable, or incapable. Perhaps you've suppressed your true desires, fearing rejection or judgment. By ignoring or suppressing our shadow self, we allow it to continue directing our lives, creating suffering and a sense of disconnect. But there is another path, The key lies not in eradicating the shadow, but in integrating it. This isn't about accepting every negative trait, it's about acknowledging them. Embrace the uncomfortable truth of your imperfections, your flaws, your vulnerabilities. See them not as weaknesses, but as aspects of your unique human experience. To peel back the layers of self-deception and embrace the courage to be wholly, authentically you.